So Adam, Farsley won, Alfreton won. It took a little while to get going, but it was a tasty game in the end.
Yeah, it was, I think, ruined by the wind, really, wasn't it? Pretty scrappy. Obviously, the bumpy pitch and loads of wind. I think the game lacked quality really throughout from both sides, but that's no criticism of the players. I just think it was difficult conditions for both sets. Both teams, well organised, and nullified one another a lot really until the first goal of the game, and then it just became a bit more open. And I was delighted with our response to obviously get the equaliser pretty much straight away. It's probably our best bit of quality all game really. The set by Jimmy, the cross by Jordan, then the bravery from Clates to go and get on the end of it. But and then it could have gone either way. They've gone through and hit the post. Josh has made a great one-on-one save. He's took a knock and he's had to come off, and Jimmy's had a great chance, pulled it wide, and Dave's had a header back post. So there was opportunities for both teams when it got to 1-1. But I think on the balance, it's probably a fair result.
Actually, Jimmy had that really good chance towards the end. There was talk that maybe the keeper had saved it and the ref hadn't quite spotted it, but I think it's 12 games that he's not registered in. So do you think he's a player without confidence at the moment? Is he just struggling in front of goal?
Possibly. I mean, Jimmy's a big part of how we play. He's kind of that focal point for us where we try and get it into him, and then we need to get people off him, and as a result of that, in all of his time here, he's never really had loads of clear-cut chances, and that's been no different this season. So obviously he's had a wonderful chance there, and I didn't see a touch by the keeper. I just felt he just dragged it just wide of the post, to be honest. But I thought he worked incredibly hard today and put himself about, and he was a nuisance, which is when he's at his best. And if he keeps on applying himself, right, then hopefully he'll start chipping in with a few more goals again.
And obviously you mentioned the injury to Josh that he picked up towards the end. Have you got any update on that?
Yeah, he doesn't really understand where he is, so I'd say there's probably a little bit of concussion there, which means he'll be out the Kidderminster game for sure. Just sums our look up really with goalkeepers this season. It's just we've just had one of them seasons really with them. Obviously made the decision last week to let Kyle go for the reasons which I've mentioned through the statement and in the programme, and obviously we let Elliot go out on loan to Droylsden because we felt that he was making a few errors and he needed to go and rebuild his confidence a bit and keep playing. And we've brought Josh in, who's had a great game last week. He's done very well for us today, and then he's took a knock and now he's had to go out. So and fair play to Bowers. He's obviously at the back end of his career, but he loves it. He's absolutely fit as a fiddle, and that's 2 or 3 times now we've had to call upon him, and every time he's gone in, he's never let us down, and he made a great save for us there. So we'll just have to see how Josh is, probably like middle to end of next week, but he's certainly not going to be available for the Kidderminster game, which is a blow.
And just on Elliot's loan to Droylsden, is there a recall option, or is it minimum 1 month there?
There is a recall option, but I think it doesn't kick in until the 28 days. I might be wrong. There might be something in there with it being a goalkeeper if there's an emergency situation. Sometimes the rules are a little bit different with goalkeepers because it's a specialised position. So we'll have to see. But it's just been it just sums up a bit of our luck really of late, because Jack is another one. We brought Jack and Josh in on loan. They both were outstanding for us at Brackley, and then Josh has pulled up in training on Friday morning with Halifax, and he's been unavailable today, so that's a blow. And then obviously Josh going off there is another one. So, but it is what it is. We'll just get on with it.
And then finally looking ahead to Tuesday, we finally get to play Kidderminster. It's been rescheduled many times, hasn't it? But hopefully get a decent result against them.
Tough game, big club. Should probably be doing better than they are for a club that's full time, and for the size and the stature of the club that they are. And they've got some very, very good players. Obviously they've got an interim manager at the moment who's vastly experienced and exceptional coach. So it's going to be tough, but we obviously went down there on a Tuesday night. It took us nearly 2 days to get there. I don't think we got there till 10 to 8 and kicked off late, and it was difficult, and we ended up coming away with a narrow defeat. But we played quite well on the day. A couple of things went against us, and it's going to be difficult for them coming up here. On the Tuesday night, it's a long way to come. Obviously the surface is not conducive to the way that they probably would like to play the game, and we've just got to now try and back up, the point today with another good performance, and hopefully 3 points on Tuesday. But it's going to be incredibly tough.